Hello, literature lovers. Today I want to express some beautiful facts, random facts, starting with Piccola, which is a character in Bluest Eye in Toni Morrison's novel, who is raped by a father figure, and the novel is about a young black girl growing up in a violent, racist society. Virginia Woolf was associated with Bloomsbury Group, a group containing Woolf, Sidney, Roger Fry, Clive Bell, John Strachey, McCarthy, Foster, Bell, and Duncan. Lucky is a character in Waiting for Godot. The last book of Gulliver Travel is Voyage to Humanims. Others are Lilliput, Brodingham, and Lilliput. Next fact, Addison and Steele are the editors of the famous magazine Tatler. John Locke wrote essay concerning human understanding, which is about nature of the human mind. Restoration comedy talks about the monarchy, and in which Charles II was restored on the throne, and it has some peculiar qualities. Fearful Symmetry, it's appeared in, it's a very famous quote appearing in the famous work The Tiger. Thomas Love Peacock, who was an English novelist and poet and was a friend of Shelley, and he published many great works including Nightmare Abbey. Thomas De Quincey was an English writer born in Manchester. At the age of 17, he ran away from the school and from there to London. William Hazlitt, an English essayist and critic, famous for lucidity and brilliance. Edward Gibbon, he was a great English historian of his time and wrote the great work History of the Decline and Fall of Roman Empire, which is also quite famous. Next comes Northam Fry. He is a Canadian literary critic known for major proponent of archetypal criticism. Jacques Derrida is also famous for it. I. O. Richards, he was an English critic, very famous work. Charles K. Ogden and Richard wrote a famous book, The Meaning of Meaning, 1923. Next comes the abbreviation. Fan is a word derived from phonetic, but now it may be used as a verb. So it's some kind. Psychopation is related to linguistics. The story of Ulysses begins in the early morning of June 16, 1904. Amartya means hour of judgment. Dickens, A Tale of Two Cities, opened with these famous lines. The flashy school of poetry was associated with pre-Raphaelites. Dover Beach, famous line is there. Gothic novels, Gothic architecture, both are different. Miracle plays are based on lives of saints. Some other facts related to it. The style of Sidney's pastoral romance in Arcadia. I'm not talking about Johnson's comedies and Sidney's pastoral romance. And here is The Mariner, which is found in Utopia. The Man and Superman, it's a great work by Bernard Shaw. The description of it is given. about Man and Superman. Subtitle is given Comedy and Philosophy. And the Barrett account of the battle is the work by Tennyson, very controversial, talking about the James Joyce Ulysses, how it is parallel to Homer's Odyssey. Next comes Pride and Prejudice, and first title was The First Impression. Michael Odachi, and the famous work is The English Patient. Opening line of Pride and Prejudice, talking about Anglo-Saxon period. Then comes King Alfred. Prior's Improvement was written by Langland, talking about Henry IV, 8th, Henry Howard was Earl of Surrey, Raja Rao. All of these facts are given related to it. Again, talking about the meter, Pride and Prejudice. All the works related to it are given in the first important pauses. Raja Rao's novel Kantapura and the anti-post-colonial films of Gilo, illustrating how they are influenced by the ideas of Gandhi and Fanon. The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle is the first important prose work in English literature, although it contains chiefly unadorned annals. It has some vivid description passages, notable poems. Pride and Prejudice, by far the most popular of all Jane's novel, and the novel was also based in this. Thomas Swift, it's very important for that. I hope you must got the idea. Thanks.